Side out.
Nice little drive drop from Ulery to get her team up, but Alvarez popping up that last dink.
0-0-1. Second serve.
Not clean contact, but almost perfect for Ignatowich, as that just missed by a couple inches on the baseline.
Yeah, it had that sound that your car makes that you know it's going to the shop, and then it goes away, and you're like, yay.
Side out.
Bouchard, a new member of Team Proton.
So they did warm up on the wrong side.
Yeah, 0-0-1.
Ulery over on the right. Love it.
Ooh, just misses. Why don't you explain to our amateur, because a lot of people don't even know what you mean by that.
Right, so you're warming up with your partner.
Right.
One can be on the left side and the right side, even though you're straight ahead from them, and you normally like to warm up on the side you're going to play. And
it does matter, the height of the net, the shots that you hit. So, folks, if that's a new concept to you, welcome, and practice it. And if you're on Humana Championship Court, don't.
That's right. Nice step over there from Alvarez, but overcooking it on the forehand side.
We do see Bouchard will play the left exclusively here.
Second serve.
That's a nice pull from Alvarez. That ball did not sit up that much, and she went for an offensive shot, and it was a good one.
1-0-2. Point.
Nice roll from Genie Bouchard. Actually, almost looked like Alvarez overran that ball and it got too close to her body.
Point.
And I'm glad to see that Alvarez is in Operation Stare at Your Paddle. It's the Stupid Paddle's Fault Club.
She's going to fit right in here on the Pro Tour.
Side up.
Smoked.
And then found an angle with that much pace.
Some of those releasing on the forehand that I was talking about in the warm-up. And the toesies were clean, too.
Point. $131.
And that is definitely plus on the semi-western from Ulery on her grip. And I don't know how else to describe it from here, as that is an extreme grip.
Point.
And Ignatowich gets one right in the toes. That's underneath VIP, and we're not even going to have an egg hunt. Sorry, kids. We're just putting a new one in play.
Alvarez has some pop.
Yeah.
3-3-1.
Deep from Ignatowich, and the Atlanta duo up a point here.
4-3-1.
Oh, get your paddle out of there. That was going to be demolished.
Yeah, full cut. And Alvarez is getting, I mean, she's getting some hip action. She is getting some torque with the upper body on those swings.
Point done, Kylie. Okay. And now the nerves are gone because you have a lead, Adam.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Yeah, sometimes it's, you know, 0.1. Sometimes it's one clean winner that you hit. Nerves can leave for a variety of reasons, but a lead is a great way to do it.
Oh, man. Not cheated there. That might have been just fine, too. That was with Ignatowich on the left, so let's see what they do now that they're serving when they can dictate where they want people to be.
Yeah, I do not believe we are going to see extended rallies in this matchup.
No, we are not. Because Alvarez appears to be a fan of the full send club, and we love that. That is, man, alive.
Oh, Ignatowich called it, but Genie played it.
Half out is 100% in.
3-5-2. Side out.
Great pressure, okay.
Five, 3-1. Second serve.
You just chuckle and play the next point.
I'm not sure I have seen that particular spot
5-3-2.
hit on a drive.
Side out.
Tough sequence there for Alvarez, but they have the lead.
3-5-1.
Oh dear.
Second
Genie has
serve.
got to be louder and say, get out of there. That's a good scrappy point, though, from the Atlanta ladies.
That counts as an extended rally.
Yeah, that's true.
It wasn't up at the kitchen. There wasn't any dinking, but that was a very long point. And scrappy is the perfect description.
3-5-2.
Tough
Point.
bounce off the tape there for Kylie Ulery. And Ignatowich and Bouchard are within one.
4-5-2. Side out.
Alvarez, elite mover.
Yeah, explosive first step,
Yes.
definitely.
5-4-1.
Nice to be 23.
Yes.
Second serve.
And proud member of the Full Send Club.
Proud
I mean, we're
member.
missing. When we miss, we're
That's
missing
right.
by feet.
That's right. I often
out.
talk about that tight distribution, you know, where you make it or
Yeah,
you miss by
yes,
an inch or
yeah.
two. That is not
No.
Alexia Alvarez.
No.
She is hitting some spectacular shots.
4-5-1.
And we've got a spray chart
Then we-
all over the court, but is still winning.
Point.
And a scream to go with that big cut. Tied at 5.
Yeah, they got pushed back, and Alvarez was looking to come in hot, turn some of that defense to
5-5-1.
offense, couldn't do it.
Great get from Bouchard. And just, I've got
Second serve.
protractor worthy angles on all sides of this court. That's nice from Ulery.
5-5-2. Point.
Sneaky there
Yes.
from Ignatowich. From a low position, too, with one hand, found a nice offensive shot
6-5-2.
on the poach.
Point.
I mean, this is my female for home run derby.
Yes.
I mean, she is letting it fly.
It's actually very
7-5-2.
Rohrabacher-y.
Yes.
In the way that she is getting that trunk rotation that we always talk about to get the extra whip through the zone.
And that is an official verb in the dictionary.
it
just
is.
to be
Point.
clear.
Timeout receivers. 8-5-2.
So after being down, Ignatowich and Bouchard have moved 3 up. We'll be back on here. And then have
8-5-2.
had some misfires here as they're down 3. Oh, and
Side out.
smartest team in all of Atlanta.
Yeah, that'll help the cause. But I think just the style of Alvarez and Ulery is a
5-8-1.
little shocking to Bouchard
Yes.
and Ignatowich, and they're starting to find their footing, knowing that it is going to be coming at them quickly.
Second serve.
I mean, the minute she had a chance.
Yeah, that's right. Pretty good roll to get
5-8-2.
herself forward. And like you said, any inkling of possible offensive shot, that's what's coming.
Side out.
Good simple forehand counter there from Ignatowich.
8-5-1. Foot vault.
Oh, and on
Point.
the torque, the foot fault call. Just over-rotated it.
I mean,
9-5-1.
Alvarez, it's two bodies,
Oh.
lower half and
I
upper
know.
half, and they get disconnected pretty quickly. It's wild how much action she's getting on the ball.
Great anticipation from Bouchard. Where's this going to go? Just punished
Second
into the
serve.
corner.
Oh, that was a foot fault.
Oh, is Alvarez in on that
Oh,
one?
I am almost
Okay.
certain.
Truck, can we get a look? Mr. Stone has
9-5-2.
caught something from our bird's eye view. Oh my.
No
Side
chance.
out. Five, 9-1.
Got to go here, ladies from Atlanta.
Point.
Just absolute SWAT
I
team.
mean, amazing shot.
is awesome.
Amazing shot from Alvarez.
6-9-1.
Love that drop.
Point.
That's not an easy shot with that much spin and no room to get it up and down. That's good.
And Bouchard just tries to guide it, kind of shovel it
7-9-1.
up the line, a couple inches wide.
Point.
And pushed back again. So is it going to be a timeout
Timeout
from
receivers.
Ignatowich and
8-9-1.
Bouchard? It sure is. So
9-1.
5 degrees today, but the first number will be an 8 later in the week. Wow,
Point.
a missed return out of the timeout. Yeah, I see some 86s and 87s later in the week.
That's real deal stuff.
Tied at 9.
Good spin.
Second
Nice
serve.
shots up at the kitchen line from Genie Bouchard on the backhand side.
9-9-2.
Wow, what a carve. That's a great
Side
handle
out.
from Genie. I can't believe that got up and down. So they give up everything but the lead. So tied at 9.
9-9-1. Point. Game
Probably
point.
not her ball.
Yeah, I think Ulery had a better look at that over on the left with the forehand side.
10-9-1.
Got a feeling Alvarez is just one of those players that can't help herself sometimes. Ulery going, carving some stuff.
Point game, 11-9. Timeout, change ends. 2. Time in, 0-0-2. Side out.
A little more.
I feel like she pulled back on a
Yes.
couple of those, and she earns the ball for her team.
0-0-1.
mean, just there, and when it's in, it's fantastic.
Nice block there from Ulery
Yes.
to give Alvarez that opportunity.
Wow, doesn't take the ATP.
Second serve.
So passes one up.
And then tries a desperation ATP there that really didn't have a chance.
1-0-2.
And Ulery has a variety of spins going on. I think she should have chosen top spin with that last one. She was going for that sharp slice angle.
0-1-1.
Channel your inner Alvarez and let that thing fly, man. .360, usually not good. Great save from Ignatowich. Great save from Bouchard. And then full sendaroo from Alvarez. They earned the sitter, and she smacked it off the outfield wall.
She did. But there's been some more construction going on.
I totally agree on both sides.
Yeah, on early game 2, definitely. A couple dink rallies and some pullback in some certain spots.
Telegraph. Bouchard's there easily. Great try to save it from Ignatowich. And you can see with that aggressive grip, you give up hitting overheads well.
1-1-2.
These overheads, one of those rare shots in pickleball, you really do snap your wrist.
Right.
And if you're more, continental Eastern, less extreme, it's easier to get that action.
1-1-1.
She's maybe even over a pancake on what she's doing over there.
If her middle name isn't Newman, I'd be surprised.
Yeah, right. Nice slice short in the court from Ignatowich.
1-1-2.
I mean, wild swing and topspin, and then goes for this crazy Ginsu cut. Interesting.
1-1-1.
Alvarez is like, yes, send me some pace, Bouchard.
Genie, roll that ball to Alvarez. And don't rip it at her. She'll hit it back harder.
1-1-2. Point.
I don't think that was hit exactly like Ignatowich wanted, but it actually turned out to be perfect because it forced Alvarez into that decision.
Well, there is only one decision.
You're right.
And it's send it.
Point.
Great shot from Ignatowich there, and I don't think the cross-court dink, to Genie's infinite credit, is very good on that backhand side now, and cutting it over there, giving her more revolutions of the ball. That's probably not going to be a winning formula here for Ulery and Alvarez. Okay, great saves. Can they get back in it? The Ulery clinic still there. Wow. Come on, just wreck this for a winner. No. Oh, man, what a shame. That was tremendous here on Humana Championship Court. Kylie Ulery, but just one more, couldn't get it over, Adam.
Yeah, fun point. Like exchange at the kitchen, then pushed all the way
4-1-2.
back.
Side out. One, 4-1. Second serve.
Nice first volley from
Yes.
Bouchard.
I
One,
mean,
four,
these
two.
swings are severe.
I'm enjoying it.
Side out.
Nice combo
Yes.
from Ignatowich. Great paddle position on the reload. Initial counter from her opponents was a pretty good one.
4-1-1. Point.
Pretty straightforward volley. No need to bring the sideline into that, but
5-1-1.
pulls it wide.
Second serve.
Trying to get Alvarez back to the left here, Adam, it looks like.
5-1-2.
And that serve made it very difficult. If she saw it, that's really good from Bouchard.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what happened. Ulery and Alvarez, yeah, they had to talk about what was going to
6-1-2.
happen before that point, so good recognition.
Side out.
So good run for Bouchard and Ignatowich. It's go time here in the Peachtree City for the Atlanta ladies.
1-6-1. Point.
Ignatowich showing a bit of frustration on that last miss. That slice from Ulery sat up for her.
2-6-1.
Still found the tape.
Point.
Ulery going with the slice.
Slice
attack.
through the middle attack.
It's what she,
She's 1-0.
yeah, 1-0
It's 1-0.
on that particular
Yeah.
decision.
Yep.
Good, good for
1-0.
her.
That's not a good life lesson, though, Adam. There we go. Back to Alvarez ball there.
Point.
Nice roll and a little bit of
Timeout
frustration in
receiver, 4-6-1.
Ignatowich here as they were cruising here in game 2, and now they've given up. One could get extended here if the Atlanta ladies can keep this run going.
Second serve.
Ignatowich still having a
4-6-2.
lengthy chat with Ignatowich over here. And that carried
Point.
right over into that shot. So, down to 1.
5-6-2. Point.
Yeah, Ignatowich is, I would say I'm going to give her the full tilt spot
Yeah,
here.
full-fledged
6-6-2.
tilt.
Yeah.
So if you have to have recognition as her opponent. When someone is down on themselves, you have to throw the ball their way.
And that is a pretty way to get off tilt right there. That's a nice point from Ignatowich.
Rolled all the way out wide from Ignatowich. She knows Alvarez has to shift over with her partner,
6-6-1.
and Ignatowich feathers it right up the line. Perfect combination.
Great serve to back it up.
Point.
Get a gift from Kylie.
Yeah, Ulery went with the proper shot with the topspin forehand. Just clanked it.
7-6-1.
What a response here from Ignatowich. That's a couple of beautiful points in a row.
8-6-1.
What a shot from Alvarez. That is nice.
Yeah, not a bad roll from Genie Bouchard. And Alvarez fires it right up the line.
8-6-2. Point.
I was waiting to see.
I was wondering when full send FSA was going to come to the table.
9-6-2.
It was that one.
Yeah, Alvarez has pulled back in a big way in most of this game, too.
Sends it on the way backwards. Oh, great counter
Side
from
out.
Ulery when they had to have it, and it was sort of an odd spot for the paddle.
6-9-1.
Perfectly odd. Tucked that elbow in to cover the right shoulder.
And then hit it with a cut. Great job getting to the kitchen, but then
Second serve.
too much spin and roll from the Bouchard Tui.
6-9-2.
Yep.
Point.
It's pulled wide there, so can they get another and pull within one?
7-9-2. Side out.
Robbed off the tape.
Good cut from Ulery.
9-7-1. Point.
Two digs, not
Match
three.
point.
And we are at match point
Timeout,
for
receivers.
Bouchard and
10-7-1.
Ignatowich. Timeout called on the other side. And all has come back.
Match
to
point.
Here we go, match point as we
10-7-1.
return with Bouchard to serve.
Second serve.
Misses
Match
the
point.
backhand drive. That's her favorite. Second try to close it out here.
10-7-2.
Oh,
Side out.
I'm going to say good lead.
Yeah, right. The first one definitely was a good leave. That second one was worked out great.
Okay, so don't even make him hit a ball except for the
7-10-1.
return. Oh, ladies.
Second serve.
Gotta talk about that.
One went with the slice drop. The
7-10-2.
other was locked and
Oh,
loaded
locked
to
to
rip,
send it.
rip a two-hander.
Wow.
Point.
Was that a round or
I
over?
don't think it was a round. But it was desperate and it
8-10-2.
worked. Beautiful shot from Ignatowich
Side up.
right there.
Match
His
point.
third match point for the 21 seed.
10-8-1. Second serve. Match
number
point.
4.
Ten 8-2.
And that is a beautiful
Point game
finish
match.
for Ignatowich, and Bouchard and Ignatowich hold on to win 9 and 8. I enjoyed watching Kylie Ulery, and Alexia Alvarez, I think we're going to see her again, and Ms. Ulery as well.
Yeah, I think so. I was very entertained throughout that match to see the varieties of different shots. Congratulations to the veteran